All right, y'all. People literally charge hundreds of dollars for the sauce I'm about to give you guys. Yes, I managed to clear $1.13 million in sales within 100 days. And yes, I'm going to be one of those guys. If I had to do it again today, repeat the process, I could definitely do it again. You know what I'm saying? For the price of $0, I'm going to give you guys the exact steps I use to run up 7 figures in e-commerce. Even if you're starting from zero, this is a repeatable process that you could use right now and start doing literally tomorrow. Step number one, all right? You have to take a risk, you know what I'm saying? Pay for some consulting and pay for a course, you know what I'm saying? All this shit on YouTube, it'll give you the broad overview, but to really get the sauce on what to do, how to do it, when to do it, you know, learn the ins and outs, you gotta buy a course or pay for some consulting. Get somebody to personally help you out or get a personalized course that's catered into whatever you're trying to do. It doesn't even have to be drop shipping. I personally bought a course, it was like $2,500. I paid for some consulting as well. That was another $2,000, right? I think I overpaid a little bit. I'm sure I could have found the same information for far cheaper, but it was more than worth it. But the point is, it shaves years off the learning curve. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that you need to know is going to take so much trial and error to get all that sauce and to get all that experience. It's far better to just pay somebody else to expedite the process, and you can get going into business literally within a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's step number one. Pay for information if you don't know how to do it. If you haven't done it before, pay to learn how to do it and go from there. Course I paid for is a high ticket dropshipping course. All right. I saw a video on it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna put my on to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It promised my first sale in 30 days, my money back for the course. And guess what? I'm actually getting my first sale within 21 days. Now, to start a high ticket dropshipping store, first thing you gotta do is niche selection. It literally makes or breaks everything. The first thing you need to do is locate a high ticket item that has sufficient search volume, has not too much competition, has supplier availability, and there's some type of passion / urgency behind the product. Again, the validation checklist gets far longer than this if you want the perfect niche, but again, you can literally go into ChatGPT, curate the prompt specifically, and that shit should literally be able to give you a niche within 20 minutes of chatting back and forth. I'll give you all a pro tip. If you can't name 10 products in the niche or think of 3 types of buyers, just skip it. Once you've selected your niche, the next step in your high ticket dropshipping journey is market research. Now you need to look at your competitors, right, that have dropshipping stores just like you that are selling the same as you, see what they're doing, look at their ads, reviews, or product descriptions, look at what people are already paying, and note the pain points, right? What makes somebody want to buy the shit that they're selling and the shit that you want to eventually sell. Your job is not to guess, your job is to understand. Once you know what makes the market move and go, your job is just to deliver better and faster and at a slightly lower price. So again, this step, just conduct your market research, you know, dedicate 3-4 days, you know what I'm saying? Put in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hour days and just research the market on the niche that you're trying to go into. This third step I'm going to go into, right, is very important for your fourth step. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people skip this shit when they're trying to start a high ticket dropshipping store. But if you want to attract high quality suppliers that sell products worth thousands of dollars, right, they're not just going to trust anybody to sell their shit. So you need to make a demo website on Shopify, right? You need to make a shell basically that has fake products in the niche you want to go into. So let's say it's e-scooters. You're going to put in 10 fake e-scooters, right? Show what the website's going to look like so that when you're contacting these suppliers, they can see exactly what their products are going to look like on your store. You don't have to waste time perfecting this shit, you know, just build something clean and conversion ready. The bulk of the work here is going to come from looking at your competitors, looking at what they do for their product descriptions, copying it, putting your own twist on it, and uploading it on your own website. Again, pro tip here, uploading products on Shopify can be very time consuming. So again, just be aware of that. Sometimes it could take 20 to 30 minutes per product. And that's gonna be something you have to deal with when you're uploading your supplier's products. Some of them use Shopify apps that just automatically upload everything to your website, but some of them don't, right? So just be aware of that. The next step, of course, in this process is supplier outreach. You can find suppliers by looking at your competitors' websites, right? Look at all the brands they sell. If they're a dropshipping store and you verified that, you now know that these brands offer dropshipping as a form of fulfillment on their end. Have your website ready, have your email scripts ready, have your phone scripts ready, and just outreach. You guys gotta be contacting like crazy, right? Maybe 1 in 3, 1 in 4 suppliers will get back to you, but you contact 50 people, you know, you should get at least 10. Don't quote me on that stat. It could be higher, it could be lower, you know what I'm saying? But you just gotta try. And sometimes they take a week, 2 weeks to get back to you. It just depends. Some suppliers are just not interested in dropshipping arrangements at the moment. They sell so much wholesale, they don't even want to bother fulfilling your dropshipping orders, right? It just depends on the company, right? You just got to outreach, go back and forth with them, you know what I'm saying? Try to convince them into letting you sell their shit. Once they allow you to sell your shit, right? Let's say you're selling e-scooters, they're willing to give it to you at 25-30% off, right? That's your margin right there. The MSRP is $1,000, they're selling it to you for $700. Some of these suppliers have free shipping arrangements. So they'll give it to your customer for $700 ship, right? That's your cost. You're charging your customer $1,000. You pass up the customer's information to your supplier and they just send it out for you. You do no work, you take the in between. Then once your suppliers say yes, now you need to upload all their products. Then you need to do something called CRO, right? Conversion rate optimization. Get some fake reviews on there, some trust badges, shipping and returning policies clearly stated, a chat widget where somebody who's browsing your website can just contact you, right? Any questions they have. In my experience, about 50% of the orders I've sold, the customer asked me a question first before they proceeded to purchasing, right? Because making a new website, it's not an Amazon or a Walmart, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to be there to just ensure people that, you know, what you're doing is legit. Another very important thing is to make sure your website's optimized for mobile phone viewing, right? 80% of traffic these days is from a mobile phone, so just make sure that's good too. Pro tip here, if somebody lands on your website and they don't trust it within 3 seconds, they're gone. You know what I'm saying? They're either gonna buy your product from another website or maybe just not buy it at all, maybe push it on to another day, another week. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important that your website seems and is trustworthy. And once your website's trustworthy, now you just have to run ads to it, right? Google Ads, I can make a whole video on that. I set up a Google Ads account based on what the course was telling me. And you start with a little daily budget, $30 to $100 a day. Typically, you want about 15x return on ad spend here. So if you're spending $100, you want about 1,500 back in revenue, that is. And at a 25-30% profit margin on the product, that still leaves you with about 18% take-home net profit after all the payment processing fees and all that. And the reason why Google Ads is so good is because people are already searching for the shit you have. If you're selling e-scooters, you can put keywords into your ad campaign that are something along the lines of e-scooters for sale, let's say. When somebody types in e-scooters for sale, guess whose ad's going to be right there in the sponsored list, right before any links or images or anything like that, you're right there. In this model, you're literally targeting people that are already searching for your shit. It doesn't get any easier than that. You're not doing that shit where you're on TikTok trying to convince people to buy random $20 items. In this method of advertising, you're already targeting people that are searching for your stuff. And once you do that, you're good. You're going to see the sales rolling in, you know what I'm saying? It's literally a system. It's not too much work to get this shit set up. You're spending $100, you're getting 1,500 back out of it. Sometimes 2,000, sometimes 1,000, but averagely, just spending money on ads, you're getting a revenue back. As long as you're profitable, you're good. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. You just need to execute smart and fast. Small recap of what I did. I took the risk. I bought the knowledge. I picked a solid niche. I researched extensively on my competitors in the niche. I built a fast, clean site that suppliers were impressed with. I put all my effort into reaching out to those suppliers, following up on everybody who didn't reply. Once I got my suppliers, I revamped my site. I uploaded all their products, made sure everything was super good for my ads launch. Then launched my ads, money started rolling in. And after that, you just try to optimize some parts of it, automate some parts of it, and scale from there, right? I'm telling you, you guys can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're ready to run this play, invest in your brain and get to work. Drop a comment below if you're in the game, if you're trying to get started. If you want personal help launching your store or need a blueprint tailored to you, book a one-on-one down below. Links in the description. New videos every 2 days. Real strategy, no fluff. Subscribe and tap in.